Summer is here, and with it comes a huge Nintendo eShop sale, packed with some of the best deals we've seen yet. As always, I've done the digging for you and rounded up the best games at the biggest discounts that you need to know about. So if you're looking for your next game on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2, you're in the right place. Let's dive into it. Dave the Diver just got a brand new DLC expansion called In the Jungle, and to celebrate, the game has been put on sale for an even bigger discount than before. The discount is 45% off, so the game is only $10.99 on the US eShop now. This RPG/management adventure game is so much fun to play. You explore during the day, hunting fish for your sushi restaurant, while gathering other goodies and treasures, and doing a lot of exploring. And during the night, you help manage this sushi restaurant itself, taking care of the customers, preparing the food, and lots of other stuff. Now, this is no ordinary game. There's a lot of humor to it, and it's filled to the brim with lots of new stuff to find and to do, and the game will constantly keep you on your toes. This is a gem of an indie game. There's a free Switch 2 upgrade that adds 60 FPS and 4K support, so make sure to download that if you have the new system. And along the way, make sure to grab the free DLC packs too, including the one that adds Godzilla to the game. Yes, the king of the kaijus himself. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition just arrived on the Switch 2 this past week, and it's a great port. It hits 60 FPS, in fact, it never seems to drop below that. But due to the unlocked frame rate, this sucker will actually play at around 90 FPS most of the time, sometimes even reaching 120 FPS. It's absolutely insane. Capcom has been operating at a higher gear with their Switch 2 releases. They've done an excellent job. The game gets a launch sale discount until August 1st. It's a 25% off discount. It's just $29.99 on the US eShop. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is also seeing a major discount during this summer sale. While it's not quite as deep as that freak sale that we saw a few months ago, kudos to you if you got in on that, this one is still a very good deal, as this sale features a discount of 59% off, which brings it down to $28.99 on the US eShop. This is an excellent price for what you're getting here. The Switch 2 port is genuinely impressive. It's one of the best ports on the system, and this is a good way to experience the game on the go. This version also includes the Phantom Liberty expansion, which adds a huge amount of additional content on top of the base game, with an additional story to experience. Altogether, it's an incredible value. Cyberpunk 2077 really is one of those standout modern RPGs, and this edition is absolutely worth considering at this price. Both HD remasters of the first two Onimusha games are available in a bundle, which is on sale for the summer sale. At 50% off, this deal is the best way to get both games at the best possible price. Both games are classics, they're still worth playing today, and these games are a good way to prep yourself for the upcoming new Onimusha game. Both HD remasters come with extra bonuses and quality of life features. Steamworld Essentials Collection has all the Steamworld games in one bundle. These games are some of the best indie games on the eShop. There is not a bad game in the entire series. This collection includes Metroidvanias like the Dig games, strategy games like the Heist games, Quest is a RPG that's very good, and Steamworld Build is a full-fledged building city sim type game. All good games, and this bundle is the best way to get everything at once for the absolute cheapest price. The bundle is on sale for $17.49 on the US eShop until July 14th. Deltarune recently received an update adding the 5th chapter to the game, and to celebrate, Deltarune has been put on sale with a 20% off discount. This is both for the Switch and Switch 2 versions, and of course, the Switch 2 upgrade is free. The sale for this ends on July 11th. As for Chapter 6, it's expected to arrive sometime in 2027. At least that's what the developer, Toby Fox, is saying. Red Dead Redemption is great on Switch 1, but the free upgrade with the Switch 2 makes the game even better. It's 60 FPS with 4K support, and it's looking so clean. This great classic, looking so nice as it is, begs for another playthrough from me. It's on sale for 50% off until July 9th. The version here comes with everything, including the Undead Nightmare DLC. Roguelite card battling RPG Card-en-Ciel is on sale with a 40% off discount. That's the biggest discount yet for the game on the eShop. The game is very Mega Man Battle Network-like, but the game does have its own spins on that gameplay, of course. You gotta build your own deck of cards, and during battle, use the abilities to take down your foes. Pretty cool game, and there's a demo on the eShop that will give you a good taste on how things go. Definitely encourage you to check that out. On Switch 2, this is one of those sweet 120 FPS games. Yes, this game will play at 120 FPS, as long as you have the screen to support it and you enable it in the options. BAKERU is a 3D platformer and a modern, spiritual successor to the Goemon series. In this game, you travel across all 47 Japanese prefectures to free Japan from a group of bizarre, festive enemies who have taken control of the country. In this game, you use BAKERU's drumming powers, along with his magical transformation abilities, to fight enemies, explore each stage, and uncover all the secrets within. This is a polished Nintendo-style platformer from a developer that actually worked on a number of Nintendo titles. On Switch 2, the game runs very smoothly, with a locked 60 FPS experience. Right now, it's on sale for 30% off on the eShop. Fast Fusion for Switch 2 is a really fun racing game that truly lives up to its name. The races feel genuinely fast and intense. It sits in the same high-speed arcade space as the F-Zero and Wipeout games, which makes this a good pick for fans of futuristic racers. This game has a number of graphical settings to choose from, but I think Performance Mode is easily the best option. With it enabled, the game runs at a smooth 60 FPS with HDR support, making the action feel even more responsive. Fast Fusion also supports Game Share, and you can do that both locally and online, meaning you only need one copy of the game in order to play with some friends. This one was already a fairly inexpensive title at its MSRP, but it's even cheaper now thanks to a 30% off discount. The discount brings it down to $10.49 on the US eShop. For Switch 2 owners, you can get both Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2 in a bundle that's been pretty heavily discounted. You can get both games for $29.99 on the US eShop until July 9th. I love the Yakuza series, and both Kiwami titles, at least the first two, are pretty excellent. These games are absolutely worth a playthrough, or another, and another. Man, how many times have I played these games? I've lost count. Anyway, might as well do another one. Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O. World Stage 30th Anniversary Edition for Switch 2 is also seeing a pretty solid discount right now. This is the version you want to get if you want the complete package. It includes all the DLC, extra content, giving you the most feature-packed version of the game at the best value. Virtua Fighter 5 is still an excellent fighting game after all these years, and it plays pretty well on Switch 2. If you're a fan of fighting games, this one is definitely worth picking up while it's on sale. A number of RPGs from Sega and Atlus are also included in this summer sale. The Persona Collection, which includes Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal, is down to just $26.99 on the US eShop. This is an incredible deal if you don't own any of these games yet. Not only these are some of the best JRPGs out there, but the dollar to hours ratio is absolutely insane here. This is easily one of the best values in the entire sale. Another standout is Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, which is on sale for $17.99. This is the definitive version of the game, featuring an entirely new storyline, in addition to the original one, with a ton of quality of life improvements, gameplay refinements, and more. If you've been thinking about jumping into the series, this is a fantastic place to start. Finally, there's Unicorn Overlord, the tactical RPG from Vanillaware that's earned rave reviews from critics and gamers alike. It's an excellent game, and there's a free demo on the eShop to check out if you'd like to see what it's all about. During the summer sale, it's also down to $17.99, which is the lowest price I've seen for it yet. CD Projekt Red's other major game, The Witcher 3 for Switch 1, is on sale with a 75% off discount. The complete edition is just $14.99 on the US eShop. This comes with all the content, all the available expansions for it. On Switch 2, the game does run a bit better, though I'd love a dedicated Switch 2 version one day. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, the beat 'em up and tribute games, and .emu is an absolute gem. It delivers excellent gameplay, packed with callbacks to classic TMNT games, as well as the beloved 80s cartoon series. This is a real joy to play from start to finish if you're a fan of TMNT. The Ultimate Edition of the game is on sale in the eShop for 50% off. This makes it the absolute cheapest it's ever been on the eShop. This bundle was already a great value by including all the DLC at a discount. The DLC includes new content and additional playable characters, but with the summer sale discount stacked on top, you're getting all this for a very good price. Penny's Big Breakaway is a fantastic 3D platformer where you use a giant yo-yo for both traversal and combat. Penny can pull off a huge variety of tricks with her yo-yo, and the gameplay places a strong emphasis on maintaining momentum, giving it a feel that's reminiscent of classic Sonic games. The level design in this one is excellent, with stages built specifically to take full advantage of the yo-yo's unique movement and abilities. This is definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of platformers. On Switch 2, this game gets a nice boost to 60 FPS, making performance mode feel incredibly smooth, as you can see from the footage here. The game is currently on sale for its biggest discount yet, 50% off, bringing it down to just $9.99 on the US eShop. Hades 2 looks incredible on Switch 2. Can even operate up to 120 FPS, as I mentioned in last week's 120 FPS games on Switch 2 video. It's crisp, fast, but more importantly, this game is an absolute blast to play. The sequel is even more mechanically dense than the first game, introducing new systems like the card system, along with even more build variety and combat options. If you enjoy strategy and depth in your action games, then you're going to love what Hades 2 brings to the table. Right now, Hades 2 is seeing its biggest discount yet on the eShop, 30% off, bringing it down to $20.99 on the US eShop until July 10th. For just $2.99, Lost in Random is an absolute steal. With his Tim Burton-inspired art style and storybook presentation, this is an easy recommendation for anyone who loves the films The Nightmare Before Christmas or Corpse Bride. In this game, you play as a girl named Even, who sets out to rescue her sister after she's been kidnapped by the Queen of Random. Along the way, you'll team up with a living die named Dicey, whose abilities can completely change the flow of battle. Combat is a unique mix of third-person action, card-based abilities, and the randomness of Dicey's dice rolls. Where the game truly shines, though, is its presentation. The dark fairy tale atmosphere, memorable story, and wonderfully weird cast of characters makes it unlike just about anything else on the eShop. Sonic Origins Plus contains updated, remastered versions of Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD, as well as it has 12 Sonic Game Gear titles. It also contains a ton of new stuff, like playable Amy Rose in Sonic Games 1, 2, 3, and CD. There's new animation sequences and fun challenges and lots more to take on. It's a pretty packed thing. And at a 70% off discount, $11.99 on the US eShop, I think this is worth checking out if you love the classic Sonic games. One Piece Odyssey is a JRPG featuring the characters of One Piece on a brand new adventure. The Switch port is pretty good, all things considered, and since it's a deluxe release, it includes an additional scenario as well as extra character outfits. The latest sale gives the game its biggest discount yet, 75% off. So it's just $14.99 on the US eShop. It's never been that cheap before. The Danganronpa games are trippy murder mystery adventure games. Seriously, these are wacky as all hell. They're absolutely insane at times, but that's probably why people love them so. The killer, no pun intended, deal from earlier this year is back for the first game. It's only $1.99 on the US eShop via the summer sale. This is absolutely the cheapest it can be. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection contains 14 games in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game series. Games that were originally on the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance systems. And it's not all card games here too. There's other types of games like Dungeon Dice Monsters and Destiny Board Traveler 2. Games have a variety of quality of life features, like the ability to save anywhere and rewind time, to even customizing the games fully to include or not include certain cards. There's even online play with some of the games. The collection is currently on sale with its biggest discount yet, 70% off, so it's only $14.99 on the US eShop. The Crysis Remastered games are available in the Trilogy bundle, which itself is on sale for 60% off. All 3 games look good, they play well, and for $20, you're getting a pretty darn good deal here. This is perfect for those who are craving some good single-player shooters to play on the Switch. Metro Redux is a bundle of 2 games, Metro 2033 and Last Light, 2 horror-themed first-person shooters. These are classics, they are spooky with some excellent environments and design of their era, and these are absolutely still worth checking out and experiencing their stories. Both games have been cleaned up, contain a number of quality of life improvements. The bundle is only $4.49 on the US eShop via the latest sale. That's a heck of a deal for this bundle. Ubisoft has 2 of their biggest games on Switch 2 on sale for 40% off, and that discount is the biggest yet for either game. Star Wars Outlaws got an excellent port to the Switch 2. It runs very good on the system, and the Gold Edition contains a bunch of extra content and DLC is on sale for $35.99 until July 9th. There's a nice sized demo on the eShop that's absolutely worth checking out if you're curious about the game. Assassin's Creed Shadows, the other big Ubisoft game, is also on sale for $35.99 on the US eShop until July 9th. This one also is apparently a good port. It's not perfect, but apparently Ubisoft did a good job with this one, especially after some patches released after launch. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection gets its first major sale on the eShop at 20% off discount, so it's bumped down to $55.99. I liked what I saw from the demo. There's one for it, you should definitely give it a try. The latest Monster Hunter Stories game looks as flashy as ever with the attacks, and it looks pretty good, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. If you like the other games or have checked out the other games, then you should definitely check out the third one. If you're looking to prep yourself for Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, then you should definitely consider picking up Fire Emblem Three Houses if you haven't played it yet. It's one of the best games in the series, and it's currently on sale. This game has 3 complete paths to play through, with decisions and choices that have an impact on the game. So this turn-based strategy game has a lot of replayability and bang for your buck. It's on sale for 30% off on the eShop, and the expansion pass that adds a new storyline, battles, and lots of goodies for your characters is on sale for 30% off as well. The first of 2 Warriors games on today's video, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, gets a 30% off discount too. For Switch 2 owners, plays at 60 FPS, both in portable and dock play. Looks pretty nice. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is on sale for 30% off on the eShop, but this deal also extends to the Switch 2 edition. This gets its first discount on the eShop via this summer sale. Expansion pass for it, which adds a lot of new content and stuff to do, is on sale for the first time in a long time, and the upgrade pack itself for the Switch 2 gets a 30% off discount too. Just a reminder, if you have the NSO Expansion Pass, then you automatically get these Switch 2 upgrades for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so you don't need to buy an upgrade, unless, you want to. Hey, that's your money, your choice. Breath of the Wild isn't the only Zelda game on sale. There's Age of Calamity and its expansion pass get 30% off discounts via the summer sale. For those who have a Switch 2, this game does run a lot better on that. I know on the Switch 1, this game could struggle quite a bit, but on Switch 2, it's pretty much locked at 30 FPS, even when things get super crazy. That said, I'd love to see this get a Switch 2 upgrade. I'd love to see it operating at 60 FPS. And there you go, that's the best deals from the eShop summer sale. Let me know what game or games you plan to pick up from the sale in the comments down below. As for myself, maybe it's time for me to pick up some of these expansion packs, and it's the first time in a long time that they've been on discount. Anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you do not miss out on any future videos. I got a lot more coming your way soon. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon on the next video.